So this video is going to be Babka's go home video. It's going to have all of her commands in it. That way when she comes home to you next week, you can refer back to this video to watch all of her commands that she's learned here at Lewis Manor. So in this clip, we are working on her kennel and weight commands. Kennel is pretty basic. You're always going to use the kennel when she comes home for the first few weeks. So having her know the kennel command is very important. So I toss a treat in telling her kennel in kind of a higher pitched tone like I'm using right now. And then I'm going to shut that door. I'm going to tell her to wait in a firmer tone of voice like that. And I'm going to open that door. I don't want her batting at the door, whining, or anything like that. So having her go in, telling her kennel, wait again. And if she does prematurely try to barge out, I'm going to tell her, shut that door right back, and then start over again with that wait. Now, the wait is very versatile. You can use it for multiple different things, not just the kennel command. So we use it for leash walking, especially going in and out of doorways, in and out of the car, in and out of stores, up and down aisles, different things like that are all very important and good uses for the wait. Now, the wait is not like a stay where they can do the wait wherever they are. You just have to tell them to wait, and then whatever they may be in, they have to wait until you give them the release word. So here, I just do a lot of repetition back and forth, kennel, wait, kennel, wait. And for the kennel commands, Babka loves toys. When I say loves toys, she always has a toy in her mouth. Whether it's a squeaky toy, a rubber toy, any kind of toy, she always loves to carry one around. So if you need to use a toy instead of a treat, say at nighttime when you empty their tank, feel free to do that as well. Just grab a toy, tossing it in like I would a treat, telling her kennel is super easy and very efficient too because you're not filling their tank back up with little treats. Now, if you need to use a treat during the day, that's fine. Or if you want to make it a little game like we're doing in this video, kennel and wait, kennel and wait, that also helps make it a game and make it fun for them. And it also helps keep the kennel a positive experience because you don't want her to have a negative experience with the kennel. You want her to enjoy going in the kennel and enjoy working and training. So she really loves her commands and working. She's a great, great dog, very attentive and very focused on me and very bonding. So she loves to bond with you and get that human interaction. She's very much like a social butterfly. So here I just used a Kong toy and tossed it in. She went right in to look for that toy. So that was another instance. And she loves squeaky toys as well. She likes to squeak them. She's a really great girl. The next command is going to be her sits and downs, super easy as well. Another thing I want to touch base on with the kennel commands is when you do kennel her, you're not going to want to feed into her if she's whining or barking when she first comes home because she might want to try and get your attention. So just completely ignoring her when she does that is another thing you want to do. So in this clip is going to be Babka's sits and downs. So we pretty much do the lure except for the sits. So the sits, she does know the hand signal. It's like raising her nose to the sky, gesturing up, telling her sit, and then down is gesturing down to the floor, almost pressing that nose right down. So here I gave her the sit command, telling her sit with that flat open hand up to the sky, just telling her sit. Now I can just tell her to sit without the hand signal or just use the hand signal. It's up to you what you want to do. You can use both. Typically I just do both out of force of habit, but here I'm going to do a lure down. Sometimes it's easier for them to start off with the sit and go into the down. Here she was just trying to be her silly self and not do that down and just keep her butt in the air. But here I got her to do a full down with her butt on the ground. So I don't want to give her that reward until her butt's on the ground. She was kind of being a silly goose, but I wanted to make sure I showed you all of it. That way, if you do have a hard time when she comes home, you most likely shouldn't. But in case you do, the go home video isn't supposed to be perfect because I want you to know how to learn through these commands and teach these commands as well. So keeping it positive and just repetition. So over and over, eventually you'll get it. Here she was doing a lot better and just popping right into that down, including her butt. So once her butt hits the floor, then I say, yes, good girl, and give her the reward. That's really what you want to do. Here I asked her to do a sit, gave her that reward, and then here I'm going to ask her to do a down, pressing her nose to the floor with that treat in my hand, telling her down. She does very well with these things. Of course, she's a really great girl. So just over and over, you want to practice this maybe 10 Typically, I don't do more than 10-minute sessions throughout the day, just because I don't want to overwhelm or have them have a negative experience. But if you're doing very well and want to continue on to 15-20-minute sessions, that works too. Just do more throughout the day. Of course, with the 10-minute sessions, it really helps them, especially in learning. If you can only fit a couple sessions in a day, that's perfectly fine too. They'll still recuperate and have fun training and be able to continue their commands. Kira just wanted to do some standing up again, switch it up a little bit. She was being a really great girl. And the next clip will be her leash walking, so enjoy that clip. So in this video, this is going to be Babka's go home video, so it's going to have all of our commands in it that you can refer back to when she comes home. If you're struggling with everything, of course at the go home, I'm going to go over everything with you, but I just want to make a video, that way you have everything for when I leave and you're struggling or forget as soon as I walk out the door, you have this video. So in this clip, I'm going to be showing her leash walking, and we're outside. I do apologize because I only have two hands, so recording and practicing leash walking along with Nala is out here joining us. Come on this way, Babka. This way. Yes. So whenever I change direction or she starts sniffing something, I tell her this way, or if it's sniffing something, I tell her, leave it. This way. Good girl. If she goes out in front of me, yes, good girl. I like to reward that eye contact that she gives me. And like I was saying before, if she goes out in front of me, that's when I'm going to give her the easy, let her hit the end of that leash, and then either turn around, or if she comes back to me, continue walking. She's really great on the leash. As you can see, that nice loose leash is what I like to see. This way. Yes, good. Come on. I don't mind if I have to give her a little tug to pull her along with me, but if she's out in front of me, you don't want to tug her because she'll try and tug back, and it'll become a little bit of a game. This way. Good girl. She's very attentive and very focused. Easy. Just like that. She's going out in front. She sees someone out there. Good. So I'm going to tell her, easy. Lure her back to my left side and continue walking. This way. She's very loving and very people-oriented. So when she sees someone she wants to go see, she really does want to go. So just making sure I refocus her. This way. Good girl. This way. Yes. Good. And I can even give her praise because she loves praise and people so much that praise is almost a treat and a reward in itself. So she's going out along the other side of me. So I'm going to get a treat out of my pocket really quick. And I'm going to lure her back to my left side. Yes. And then I'm going to hold it there, just luring her just a little bit. And then I'll give her that reward. This way. Yes, good girl. And just like that, keeping it positive. Good. She does pick up things very well. She learns very fast. So these were quite easy for her to pick up on. Good girl. And she's also very loyal and very pleasing. So she loves to please you. This way. Come on. You don't need to smell everything. Come on. Good girl. So she does enjoy training and working and strives to please you and get rewards from you. Yes, good girl. I'm going to give her a treat reward for that. Come. Yes. Come on. Yes, good girl. And she's got those gorgeous hazel eyes. She's a really, really great girl. But yeah, enjoy the next few clips of her working on all of her commands.